front right here. First of all, congratulations on the win. Before we get into the actual fight, we see the ice on the legs, and you had crutches coming in. So just physically, how you feeling after that?
Yeah, I feel fantastic, but yeah, all that damage is done by me kicking him. Huh. So, yeah, that's just a game. But I feel the body's actually pretty good. Just a leg mainly from me kicking.
Just the adrenaline wearing off.
Slowly, yeah, definitely.
Well, just talk to me about this week as a whole, because making your UFC debut is one thing, but against an established name like Kevin, and then pulling off a hard fought win, that wasn't a flash knockout. That was you put in work to get that win. So just talk to me about this whole week, and then just leading up to kind of this Cinderella moment at the end.
Yeah, well, this week's been different to most because we've obviously got the UFC guy and the first fight in the UFC, and they just make everything so easy. So it's been a really cruisy week. It's been really nice. Yeah, but the fight itself was hard fought, definitely hard fought, but it was sort of what we were expecting. In that first round, I knocked him down and almost had the finish. Maybe I got a little bit too overzealous there, but yeah, it's been a fantastic week, and what a way to top it off in a hard fought fight.
It seems pretty competitive until you lands that high kick, and then it seems that moment seemed kind of change the momentum of the fight. Did you feel that in the moment as well?
Yeah, sort of. But then again, in saying that, I mean, he cracked me a few times with some good shots, but I was defensively sound, thankfully. If one or two of those got through, it could have been real different. But yeah, he's a gamer, and that's what we came into this fight expecting to come into war. And I did say that to, I think it was you, one of the guys, that I said, fight of the night bonus. I was expecting a war, and like I said, you prepare for that, and then you're not surprised when it comes, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
Kevin also had said, that a strike to the body changed his momentum in his last fight. And then right in the first round, you were kind of lighting up his midsection. He went back and the camera zoomed on him, and you had like your footprint on his ribs. So was that the game plan going in, just kind of attack that left side for like right out of the gate?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was. And that's sort of what we were going for. But he was blocking it well, obviously. That's why the legs so beat up. But it was then to go high. But he was very good at seeing my difference between the body and head kick, and that sort of stopped that leading to a finish. But look, first fight in the UFC, I can't be happier. You know what I mean? I have a lot to gather and to move, to reassess moving forward.
And just last one for me, what do you want the rest of your year to look like? Because obviously you might get, a medical suspension just because you're a little banged up, but how soon do you want to get back in there?
I definitely want 2 more fights, man. Like if that, look, fighting in Australia, there's nothing like it. So I'm gonna vouch for that first. But if the guys don't want me to do that and they want me to fly over to America or Europe or wherever it may be, I want to fight 2 more times this year. So I'll just get back to the drawing board, get everything back together, get the team together, get back to work, and then we'll see what happens from there.
And we've had these young newcomers that come in and they map out their road. Like they want this win and they want this name and then this name and then this name, and they kind of map how they want. Others just say, I'm not there. I can't ask for names yet. So which one do you fall into? Do you have names you want to kind of roadmap your way to the top 15, or is this yours too new? You can't ask for names yet.
Yeah, I think that I still can't ask for names, Like when I couldn't get a fight on Sydney, I was sort of going to start getting real on the social media and real loud with it, but I don't think that's my route. I'll just stick to take the hard round. Whoever they give me, then that's a fight I'll take.
And Jono, just at the back here, just under a year ago, obviously TKO lost regional scene.
Here we go again.
Finn Sherkle, this is what I want to sort of establish on. How good does it feel to you've fully redeemed? We're now rolling, and just kind of the path you're on now. It's all behind you. Kind of, can you put into words what it was like to go on that full journey?
Yeah, it's only just happened, so I'm still experiencing it. It's still settling in, but yeah, it's quite a journey, man. But this is still just a start.
And 2.5 years as a pro, and we're already here and off and running. Is it a similar thing to sort of put this story into words?
Yeah, I think so. I've envisioned this for so long, for 6 years. So I've been a pro for 2 years now, but I've envisioned this for so much longer, and now it's happened only 20 minutes ago, so it's just sitting in with me. But I think it's just having such a good team around me, and you put these things in place of where you want to be and where you want to get to, and then when you get there, it's almost like you're not surprised. But in that being said, I'm so grateful to be here in, best job in the world, best company in the world. This is just a start.
Congrats, mate.
Jono, just down here.
It was no secret. It seemed to be what the goal was tonight. You're going out there. You were landing that body kick so consistently. What was it about that body kick from the open stance that you felt would be so effective?
Firstly, because I have a great body kick. I've got a great rear kick, and I haven't been able to show it my last few fights. So I thought, it's sort of like what DC said. He saw me striking, and he said, "Mate, we haven't seen this yet." And it's because a lot of my game hasn't been able to show because I've just dominated in the first round. Till you give me a good enough opponent, and I'll show you more of my game. But yeah, that was also due to Kevin's the way that he stands quite upright, and I thought I would have been able to sneak the kick underneath the elbow there and then go up high from there. That was pretty. It started to show after the couple minutes into the first round. But yeah.
We've seen so much of your grappling prowess recently, and he's obviously a high-level judoka, but it was a real kind of stand-up battle. Was that something you were expecting going into this?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I expected to see from Kevin. Like even in his UFC debut, I believe, or maybe it was his second fight against a super powerful. I forgot the opponent's name, but he decided to stand up against a guy who has KO power, and I didn't quite have that, so I expected him to stay standing, and that's what he did, and he didn't even. I think maybe on the cage he would have looked to grapple, but I never let him get the chance.
And coming into this fight, you were coming off 2 grappling-based submission wins to get a chance to show that striking prowess, something you mentioned in the cage, you want to show off everything. How was it to be able to show, I don't just grapple, I can strike?
Fantastic, man. How good, especially in the biggest stage in the world, that a lot of people would have seen me the first time then, and they probably think I'm a striker now because they see me in my first UFC fight, kickboxing against one of CKB's boys. But it feels great. It really feels good, Joel.
You were coming into this fight to make a statement in the UFC debut. Do you feel you've put people on notice?
I feel like I've sort of like a half-sold statement, like I'm here and they know that I can strike now too, but I didn't get the finish which I was looking for, you know what I mean? And maybe I took the foot off the pedal a little bit too early and tried to just set up those one kill shot strikes, but he was onto it defensively and it just didn't happen. But I think that, yeah, in between now and my next few fights, people are going to really start to realize that I'm a problem.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just back right here, Jonathan. I got to ask, mate, you mentioned atmosphere. What was it like fighting? We can hear the crowd in the media center here going crazy. What was it like fighting, in front of Australians in your first UFC fight?
It was crazy, man. I just tried not to let it get to my head and just, stay true to my style and my game plan that we've been working this camp. Because very quickly you can let the crowd take control and it doesn't always end up best, The fighter knows the best way to go about it. But it was incredible, man.
Awesome to hear. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
See.